Let's charge the damn mount. Eric Kratz, Mr. Moneyman, you can explain to the world the way the finances break down for Shohei Ohtani, which has come out in the last 24 hours. I'll get the easy stuff out of the way. It's really for the next 10 years, $20 million. So $2 million a year, which obviously is what a superstar deserves, $2 million a year. And we are charging the damn mount, powered by our friends over at Tisa. Check out the code on the bottom of your screen right now for 20% off. So Kratz, after that, he is going to start raking in a lot of money, as in $68 million a year from 2034 to 2043. Go wherever you want to go, but in baseball terms, for simplistic purposes, the Dodgers are going to have some money to spend on the short term.
They are. I think the total is $46 million. That's going to go against the CBT. And I have read more about Shohei Ohtani's contract than I have any other contract besides my own minor league deals that I signed. But the more I read, the less I understand how this contract works. He's technically only getting $2 million per year, but against the CBT, it is $46 million. And so the actual value is $46 million a year. But then when him and Mookie are 50 years old, they're both going to be making like $79 million, something like that, to play golf and not play baseball anymore.
Yeah, but they're sacrificing money in the beginning to get money later on. And that money later on does not have the same value. They call it net present value, right? So the present value of the contract is about $460 million. So if you don't care about what Shohei Ohtani's finances look like when he's like 48 years old and beyond and whatever, AJ, for most baseball fans, it's, hey, 10 years, $460 million bucks. Okay. You don't have to get into all the fancy schmancy stuff with the numbers.
You do, because here's the thing. Well, no, listen to me. The agency, I forget, is he CAA? I think he is. Who's his agency, CAA?
Yes.
They did a great job of getting 10 years, 700 out there, right? So people are like, holy shit, 10 years, 700. And then people started digging into what the contract actually is. And yeah, the 700 is a 700, but there's not a lot of guys in any walk of life that would say, give me 68 million later, only give me 2 for 10 years. But Shohei makes so much off the field, that's kind of like to him, right? But he'll still get his money down the road. This is smart, though, and every team you talk to and every person that has talked to teams that were interested in Shohei, he did this to every team. And I don't want to hear that the Dodgers are breaking rules or doing that. They're playing they just are smarter. I mean, heck, if the Pirates could have got Shohei for 2 years or for 10 years, $20 million and given him 680 over the next 10, they probably would have tried it. Why not? Because Bob Nutting could have sold the team after 10 years, and then someone else could have paid Shohei the 680 he's owed. But this is an unbelievable contract. This is great, and it's a higher AAV than ever been given out. So don't tell me that they're cheating. They're still paying a lot, but it was nice for Shohei to help them get other players. And the best part is, 10 years from now, when he's not living in the U.S., he's not living in California, wherever he's living, he's going to be like, I saved like, I don't know, 30 to 40 million on taxes. So good for Shohei.
Bad for who's the biggest loser? We all know who the biggest loser.
California, the state of California.
Was it 85 million or something?
Sounds like it's
some
like
crazy number.
$85 million bucks that
Crazy
they're going to miss out on. It's a
Oh,
lot
man,
of tax
that's
money
insane.
for them to take. So, Jonesy, if you're in Shohei's position, do you think this is cool if this gets presented to you or you start talking this out? Because I'm sure deferral talk was in there, but then they took it to the extreme. But he's making $30+ million a year. He's made plenty of money. He seems like a pretty simple guy. And let's emphasize it more. He wants to win. Best way to win is to have your team save a lot of money on the short term so that they can go after more players to help you win.
I mean, I think the teams that have shown the best to win has been the Dodgers and the Braves and the Astros over the last, you're talking about the last 8-9 years. Those are the teams that you see in the playoffs every year. And, you know, it's just interesting. That deal I'm sure when you dig deep into it, it gets weirder and weirder. But just imagine what they're making off of him. Imagine LA, Tokyo. That is right now, you're talking, you know, you got the whole West Coast really. And then you have 100+ million people in Japan that are going to be vying to check out Shohei. the Dodgers, that like people kept saying, these Dodger dogs about to get $50. That ice cream that come in a helmet, that's going to be about $75. Everything's going to blow up. And like he said, I think the greatest part of the report is he presented this kind of scenario to everybody because he wants to win. So if everybody had the opportunity, if he presented it to everybody, I know Cohen came out and said that he was never reached out by any agents or anything. Who knows? But if he presented it to everybody in this way, then everybody had a fair chance because if he's saving you money right now, again, you're going to make so much money, put it in escrow and pay him later. That's just how these big businesses do it. We all know that. So, Dodgers are going to make probably $2 billion off of $700 million projected.
Hell yeah.
I think every team had the opportunity, maybe not that much of an upside because certain teams don't have the Japanese market. You can't force the Japanese market on certain cities. But LA, that fits, and it's going to be crazy. And, it's just going to be crazy for the next 10 years. But I want to see, I think somebody said it, it's going to be the first time Shohei is going to get booed. Dodgers get booed. No one booed the Angels because you knew you were going to beat them. Shohei and Mike Trout go deep, you still going to beat them. Shohei going to get booed. And how does he handle that?
Jonesy, I got a question for you. When you would cross home plate after your home run, what was your celebration? What would you do?
I tapped my left arm for my mother and my grandmother.
Okay. You know what Shohei did after he signed the contract? He was like, the Dodgers don't have a patch right here. Shohei did the Adam Jones. He tapped. They're going to sell that patch for whatever the current day value of this contract is. And people are going to be lining up for it. Japanese companies are going to be lining up for it. LA companies. I read an article that said it's possible he's going to make over $50 million himself off of the field this year. And the team, so if he makes that, one individual person makes that, what do you think? Oh, Adam Jones's home run celebration is going to pay.
Insane.
Crazy.
Insane. And he's great. But he fits the mold of baseball. Like, you were talking about expansion of baseball. You've seen the Baseball United. You see the winter balls. Like, you see the expansion of baseball. Who better to do it right now? I know that some of our American guys didn't really want to take the reins of it, and for great reason so. They want to be just private and quiet. It seems like he's really interested in growing this game. Obviously, him playing in the WBC, he said he wanted to play again. So, like, this is monumental. And we can look at how big the contracts are. Again, Soto's going to be in the $400 million soon. So we're going to be talking about that soon. But I think it's just great that, he wants to be that guy. He wants to be the face of the game. And, when you're the best player and you want to do it, I think it's just a perfect match. And he's going to a fantastic market. So, again, we just shall see if the Dodgers win. I know that all the bettings have bet MGM. I know they've been circling and going crazy with all these bets going on for the Dodgers, but they still going to have to play between the lines.
You're right.
So, Adam, I want to know. He wants to be the face of baseball. He doesn't do press conferences. He doesn't talk. They barely did a thing for his MVP. Technical difficulties. He didn't answer any questions. I mean, explain to me how he wants to be the face of baseball when he doesn't talk to the media. Yeah, I want to be the face of baseball too. If I don't have to talk to reporters, I get paid $50 million a year off the field. I just signed for $700 million. Sure, I'd love to be the face if I don't have to talk to media and I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. I mean, he only talks on days he pitches. So, now he's not pitching this year. So is he going to talk to the media? We haven't had a press conference yet about the Dodgers. True. So, does he really want to be the face of or does he just want to get paid and win? I mean, that's the greatest thing in sports. If you can just get paid and win and not have to deal with some of the bullshit.
I think he was able to hide in Anaheim. I think he was able to hide in Anaheim. There was, he was able to be with Trout and just be like, hey, we don't have to, our media is cool here. Our media is not LA. They're not the Dodgers media. I think the Dodgers media is going to ask him different questions and tougher questions and cornering. Doesn't matter how much you're making. If you are struggling in LA or you're doing good, doesn't matter. We want to talk to you. We need to get sound bites. We need that. So I think it will be a change being in LA. I just think that Being in Anaheim, he was able to control everything. And again, he's still going to have immense control. But I think in Anaheim, he was able to control everything. And, by not having I should say, aggressive media as LA and New York's and Chicago's might have, then, he was able to just, skate on a little bit. But I think that in LA, there's going to be situations where you just can't escape the media. You just can't do that in LA. So, and if you do, again, LA will call you out. And I just think that it might open them up a little bit. And, we might get to see Shohei, the person, maybe in the second ladder of his career. Who knows? Because not many people have gotten to know him yet. But hopefully, by being in LA for so long, and that city just brings out the brightness. Like, look at Mookie Betts. We all knew Mookie was a very talented, very charismatic guy, and very obviously talented in different off the field. He goes to LA. The guy is a freaking rock star. We knew that in Boston, but Boston keeps you a little quiet. He's a freaking rock star in LA, and that's just because LA is it's a different air out there.
What will players say about this contract? So, Kratz, remember how yesterday Max Muncy was like, yeah, we talked a little bit about the possibility of him being here, but most of the chatter with his teammates and peers in baseball this past year was, how much do you think Shohei is going to get? So what do you think they're saying to each other now? Do you think they're saying, whoa, that was a lot, but then not as much as I think? Do you think some of them are like, do you think anyone else would ever do this if they made a lot of money already? Juan Soto is going to be the next big free agent at that level. I mean, Yamamoto is going to get paid, but Soto is going to get paid. So do you think guys are going to talk about this and it could change the sport at all for some of the big market teams to defer money like this? Because it is, I want to keep clarifying, very different from the Harper contract, what we heard about Aaron Judge last year, that they were going to try and make it 13, 14 years. That is messing with the salary cap, aka luxury tax, to bring the number down. This is deferring money so far back that it does bring the money down, because the Dodgers know what they're doing with their money, as we've mentioned many times, Kratz, right? The Guggenheim Group. They know how to make that money grow. And this gets way too complicated and smart for me. But some people are saying that the way that they look at net present, they don't factor in those 10 years after the first 10 as well. And some people are saying the contract's really worth like $380 million to some of the finance dudes and dudettes out there. Yeah,
no doubt. You can definitely double your money, but I'd love to talk to Emma about it and see what she has to say about it, because this is all exciting for me. I want to see how this money actually, it's just an example of the rich getting richer, because we talk about Cohen and his $19 billion valuation, or his worth. The Guggenheim is $298 billion. That's what they're at. $95 billion. That's what their assets are. So we're talking about two different fish in the same pond.